The main purpose of this visit is to, one, do an assessment from a tourism standpoint, to look at the possibility of how we can further assist tourism stakeholders in the Southern Grenadines, those who are, of course, adversely affected from Hurricane Beryl. Now, one of the observations I've made, I've been to the island numerous times since the passage of Hurricane Beryl. There are a lot of stakeholders who are informal to the industry, so not registered. They may be employees with posters who are also not registered. The purpose of my visit here this morning is to accompany a technical team from the Ministry of Tourism, along with the Tourism Authority and the National Parks, Rivers and Beaches Authority, to really engage with stakeholders who are involved in the tourism sector, whether it's providing services in hospitality or those who are operating on the sea, the boat boys and so on. Persons who will earn a living from the tourism sector. We're here to really meet with you and to really catalog the information. I'll give you an example of why this is important, and it's going to be an ongoing exercise. Those who are involved in the fisheries sector, under the Ministry of Agriculture, there's a component that is catering for those persons. But those who are involved in the industry, we are looking at how best we can facilitate some support for you. We look immediately at the employees and employers within the sector. Then we break into groups. Those from national parks will take public spaces, and those within the hospitality sector, in terms of the Tourism Authority, will look at the accommodation. There is a possibility that some of these sites can be up before the close of the season next year, and we're hoping to see if we can support them from the government. The government has provided a stimulus package for stakeholders, but as you would realize and recognize, from our assessment, there are a number of them who are not formalized within the process of being considered a tourism stakeholder, but they were adversely affected and will have to be regularized within the system so that we can provide the support for them to receive that support. We'll take the first visit at Bougainvillea, and then from here we head to Mayreau, and then we try to see as much as we can do in Canouan before the day is ended. But essentially is to collect the data, make our observation and reports, to assess with our further assessment, and to see how we can drive this process. Later on, we will be setting up a recovery unit within the Ministry of Tourism, which is covering pretty much all of the departments within the ministry. Very much this is the start of that engagement and exercise to drive the process of recovery and to drive the process of rehabilitation within the Southern Grenadines. So all of this is really an observation, a field visit, data collection to see how best we can capture the information and to advise and guide on our recovery process going forward when we establish this unit to facilitate this major recovery that we're looking at in the Southern Grenadines and also on mainland St. Vincent as it relates to our recovery process. All right, thank you very much. We can head out.